In this video I'm gonna explain how to evict a tenant in Ireland, what is the eviction ban that is in place until 2023, and what's the eviction notice you have to give to the tenants. And at the end, my conclusion on the whole topic and some recommendations to the landlords. Okay, so you can definitely end a tenancy in Ireland, assuming that you gave the correct notice period. But for the moment, we have an eviction ban since the 30th of October to the 31st of March, and it's called the winter emergency period, which it's definitely hilarious because this houses emergency has lasted for many years. And when something lasts so long, I don't think you can really call it an emergency anymore. It's just a permanent emergency. Now, the idea of eviction ban started during the COVID crisis and was implemented by most of the countries, at least in the Western world. The reason was that people couldn't really freely move. There were restrictions. There was fear of spreading the virus. So there were really genuine reasons why an eviction ban was made sense. Also, there was support for renters, support for landlords, and I think it was appropriate at the time. Now, that idea, of course, now has been extended into these concepts of winter emergency period. Like, I really don't think we will have a better situation in summer. Like, you just try to hope that there'll be more accommodation in summer, which absolutely not the case, considering we still have the Ukraine war, so a lot of refugees, then tourists coming in bigger numbers in the summer. So I don't see how this is going to change. I do understand that the situation for a tenant in Ireland today is dire. Should you get an eviction, the likelihood of finding another property is very slim. It's so competitive. The number of properties to let is so low, also because landlords, as I said in another video, are selling up, and you're left with these buy-to-rent buildings where rents are definitely too high for most people, and that could be the only option you have. And should you then be stuck there in with those rents, the likelihood that you're gonna save money and then one day buy your own property, I'd say for some people is pretty much non-existent. Of course, this is a very bad situation for tenants, but I don't believe the government's approach is gonna work. Anyway, we'll see what are the notice periods in Ireland. Up until recently had a very short notice period. In my opinion, was too short. Now has gone completely to the other direction. If you have a tenancy in place more than 8 years, your notice period is 224 days, which is really a lot of time. Now, why is this a problem for some landlords? So, assuming that you have a buy-to-let property and you keeping that for retirement, maybe selling when you're retired to just get better standard of living in your retirement, then you're fine. You're not gonna need your property back probably for many years. But there's a lot of people who are maybe going abroad and for work or study, going back and forth, or spending some time, some years somewhere else. We know there's a lot of now families with with people that are from different countries, so they might decide to move the family somewhere else as well for several reasons. And you have divorces and people splitting, and they need to find an alternative accommodation. For this reason, some landlords are becoming really worried about this, because if they have such situation coming up and they're not sure they want to rent their property for a long time, they would be faced with themselves with definitely a lot of issues in finding a property to rent and getting back their property. So this has an effect on the property market, because these kind of landlords will not be comfortable renting out their properties and might decide that it's safer to leave them empty, or decide that they want to find tenants who are okay to rent for less than 6 months, so they will be able to get their property back quickly. This is, of course, these notice periods are, of course, not even including the eviction ban. I'm not quite sure if the eviction ban will actually end in March 2023. It could actually happen that is extended, because, you know, if your reasoning for the eviction ban is that we have an emergency, yes, we have an emergency. We'll have it in 3 months' time. We'll have it next year, I think. So I don't know. I really find this eviction ban makes no sense. And I checked the situation in Europe, and it seems like only Scotland has this eviction ban in place as well, and rent caps like in Ireland. It hasn't really been extended to the rest of the UK yet, but who knows? This could change. But I think the government definitely needs to come up with the better solutions and scale up the construction of new properties, because the situation cannot be really fixed with sticky plaster, and eviction ban, in my opinion, should definitely be lifted. I'm fully aware that for tenants there is not much hope. We know already that has been covered in many articles. A lot of young people who are the most affected might be on starter salaries or lower salaries. They are considering moving out of Ireland because of high rents, and not just high rents, but the absolute lack of accommodation. Even considering London or Australia, which are countries that are definitely not cheap for rents, but still there seem to be more availability of properties. Thanks for watching the video. Should you want more of this content, please subscribe. Bye for now.